What is up, my movie fanatics? Wow, day two is done of Spring Break Movie Madness reviews. Or is it? No, it's not done. I actually am planning on watching another movie tonight, but I'll load it up with part 3. Real quick question. Do you guys want part 3 and 4? Or do you want just a massive part 3 to end the whole series? Your call, let me know in the comments below. So tonight I went out, I did a little bit of shopping, I tried to find some deals, nothing good. So we stopped at Redbox and I rented The Wolf on Wall Street and I rented Dallas Buyers Club. And you guys are like, wait a minute, that's not on the list. It wasn't on the list, that was my bad. I actually meant to put it on the list when I was editing everything, because I never even mentioned it in the original video, but yeah, that was my bad. So, sorry, that is part of the list. So let's jump right into the reviews. First up is Dallas Buyers Club. I was really impressed with this movie. It is dry. It's a little bit longer, but the story itself is phenomenal. The acting, Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Gardner, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I thought she did well in this film. And Matthew McConaughey, holy crap, the things that he must have put his body through to get him that skinny, it was just phenomenal. If anybody doesn't know what the story is about, it is about a cowboy who is actually a bull rider. He loves to be at the rodeo scene, plain and simple. He gets AIDS. And he fights for a non-FDA approved treatment. That simple. And it's really, really well done. I like how, I guess it's a true story, and it's just one of those movies that you just have to sit back and take it all in. It's very emotional, very emotional. There are parts where you're like, you know, wow. Matthew McConaughey is very good at, like, you know, kind of drawing you in, because there's some touchy subjects in it. Keep in mind, this takes place back in the 80s, so when AIDS was still new, it wasn't accepted very well, and there's like where the emotional ties really like draw you in. And I just love Matthew McConaughey's character. He really did a phenomenal job, and I can see why this was up for Oscars, just because it was just such a good movie. Like I said, though, it's probably a movie that's not for everybody. For me, I like these kind of true stories about people that go above and beyond to fight for something they believe in. But overall, man, I'm gonna rate this one a 4 out of 5. The only reason why I'm going to rate it a 4 out of 5 was because I don't feel that it's for everybody, and I don't think everybody can sit through the whole thing. But I personally loved it. So I would recommend it to anybody. It's just a great story, plain and simple. So then we watched Wolf on Wall Street. I heard more things about this movie than probably anything. This movie was so talked about through the BlueTube community, and it was awesome. And I was so excited. I finally got to sit down. I rented it. I was like, thank you, Redbox. Let's do this. I would say from the first 5 minutes to the end, I was just completely sucked in. Leo needed an Oscar for this movie. Plain and simple. I thought, first off, the cast. Let's just start with the cast. Everybody, there's so many people in it I can't even remember right now, but everybody in it did a phenomenal job. Then there was Leo, who I thought blew it out of the water. I thought that he didn't overdo anything. I thought his character was funny. He was funny, he was tough, he was money-driven, the lines that he had to, I love the lines in this movie. Very fast-paced, very, I'm gonna grab you and you're just gonna roll with it kind of deal, and I like that. And then the story itself was just crazy, absolutely insane. You know, just when you think he's got it under control, he doesn't. Just when you think that he's happy, he's not. Just when you think he can't earn any more money, he earns more somehow. And I like that about this. I liked, I don't know, I thought the lines were just so funny, and I really liked, this was my kind of movie overall because of the crazy amount of drugs, the women, and just the non-stop jokes, like, towards each other. I know it wasn't really, like, meant to be, well, I mean, it was meant to be a comedy in some ways, but I liked that about it, how they insulted each other. That's what I'm trying to say. And just everybody's role, how they all worked together. It was like this, like, crazy group of dudes that just completely took over the stock market, and I love that. I thought it was great. I don't even know what else to say about it. I was blown away. There was one little thing about it that irked me. Like I said, everything about this movie I loved. So I loved all I love the acting, I love the plot, I loved just loved everything about it but one little thing, and for me it was a little bit too long. And I know some of you guys are like, what? Are you kidding me? Yes, it was a little bit too long for me, just because about 2 hours in, I was kind of like, we get it. We know what he does. We know he's a party animal. We got it. And I'm not saying it threw me off and it wanted me to, like, walk away or stop watching it, because it didn't at all. It just kind of hit me on that, like, repetitive train, and I was like, okay, let's move on with the story. But even in that time that it was kind of throwing me off, I was still intrigued. I was still into it. And like I said, it's not even really anything to throw me off, really, pretty much at all. Wolf of Wall Street gets a 5 out of 5. I really liked it. I thought it was a good story. Yeah, so I have watched 4 movies so far, and they have all been a 4-star or higher. So this has been a good spring break. You guys recommended some phenomenal movies to me, and I'm loving every minute of it. And as for tomorrow, yeah, let's get through as many movies as I can. I'm looking forward to finishing up the weekend with Captain Phillips, with Prisoners, 12-Year Slave. At least those 3 I'm really, really, really excited about. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me on part 2, day 2, whatever you want to call this. It's just Spring Break Madness movie reviews. I am Dr. Movie 91. Do not forget to follow me on Twitter at Dr. Movie 91. I also have a Facebook page at facebook.com/Dr. Movie 91. And if you're new to my channel and you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. I'm always looking for new movie fanatics. I love talking about it. Yeah, this has been awesome. I can't wait to watch more and tell you guys all about my crazy spring break weekend. Take care, everybody.